Do you believe that if you change your energy, you can change your life? Nikola Tesla said that everything is energy. Basically, he said that if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of frequency and vibration and energy. And that is what I want to talk to you about today, because I am Johanna Gardner. I'm new to this group, and I wanted to talk to you about your energy and what it looks like in terms of color, because 25 years ago, I became really clearly intuitive and figured out that our frequency emits a color, and when you can understand the language of color, you can really read people magically, right? You can see whether they're in alignment with their purpose, or they're out of alignment with their money stuff, or if they're really in love with life, or they're having problems with their relationships. And when you understand the language of color, you can read all of this stuff. This is what we're made of. We're made of energy and frequency. So when 25 years ago, when I became a Reiki master, I wanted to teach my students how to read the energy of the body. And so I'm an artist, and I got an image of the body. And then I asked my students, I said, so how do you see energy? And they would start coloring, and they would start placing symbols in sort of like, anything intuitive is very like charades, right? You're trying to guess like how could you represent that frequency, that energy of a feeling, right? So I did a psychic intuitive reading for somebody who had lost his father recently, and when I tapped in, the father was showing me an image of like trying to grasp for air, and I asked the clients, I said, so did your father, is it COVID related? And he said, yes, my father died after having a stroke, after having the shot. And I was like, oh my gosh, wow. So, how do you represent that energy, and how do you tap into what's going on with that person? So you're constantly like playing charades and figuring it all out. So when I was trying to teach my students about energy, I asked them to kind of represent what they were feeling and understanding in a relationship of a symbol. And so then I got the figure and started using the colors, and I'm like all these colors, and I'm constantly putting down representations of what the energy is of somebody's field. And I want to tell you about what I do, but also at the end, I'm going to talk to you about what I downloaded this morning. It was pretty epic, about how we can really expand our energy field so we can increase more abundance and get more clarity on how we can have more clients and how we can have more fun doing what we love to do, right? That's the most important thing. Throughout the last 20 plus years of doing this, I can figure out what your energetic field, what your frequency is, and it represents itself as a color. There's the red souls, there's the blue souls, and then there's the yellow souls. And everybody has a frequency. You have an energetic field. You are made of energy or frequency and vibration, right? And you emit a frequency that, as we evolve to a higher consciousness, we can become more sensitive to the frequency changes, right? You can walk into a room and you're like, I don't really feel good in this place, but you can't really put your finger on it. And then suddenly you meet somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, you're just so cool. I just really love spending time with you. It's because your frequencies actually work together. And sometimes you're learning a frequency, right? The red souls are here to learn about love. So they have a tendency to have some relationship issues. So maybe some codependence issues. They have a little bit of drama queen in them. Nothing to do with me. And so they are really here to emit love and share love. There's I see people's energy fields, and I can actually represent it in a frequency and a color, and then that tells me their soul's purpose. And they show me, I mean, like, your frequency tells everything about you, that it literally is a doorway to your soul and your your current situation. And then here's some blues, and the blues are here. They're wise, and they're here to bring wisdom to the world, but they often have a feeling of inadequacy, and they're really, they want to learn, right? And they want to get more certificates and things like that. So like this person, she actually really aligns with music and vibration, and that's her modality. That's something that's really important to her. So she brings that out into the world. And so each time I put the representation of somebody's frequency, I can tell really where their chakras are. It tells me all about your money situation, your creativity, whether you're in alignment with your will and your strength and your power, whether you're really in alignment with your heart, whether you've got your voice open, and whether you're sharing your wisdom, right? And also during the drawings, I can actually activate your gifts. So it's really powerful. The yellows are really they're really rare, and they're really, really powerful. They're here to bring joy to the world, and they brighten things up. However, if they're out of alignment, they get a little bit depressed and sad, and they have some issues with bringing their light into the world. So that's their challenge, right? Everybody has an advantage, and then they have a challenge in your frequency. And so what is it that's really going on with you right now that you can change that frequency, change that energy, right? We know somatics of music, and it can, if you're not familiar with somebody who has an opera singing voice, and they're singing, and they can actually shatter glass. Well, that's the power of frequency. Frequency can actually absolutely change your life. It could change your creation. It can change your hologram, and that then you want to be able to be very cognizant of what's going on with your energetic field. If you're not aware of what's going on and you get blocks, and maybe you're having a hard time being visible, or you're having a hard time using your voice and sharing your wisdom, you're shying away for making that sale, and we've got the offer and we're making it work, right? I'm an intuitive business coach, so that's I was a single mom at 19, and I wanted to become a millionaire, and so I ended up buying millions of dollars worth of real estate. I was a real estate investor, had 97 mortgage payments at one time, and a hotel on the Riverwalk, and I had a 5-star wedding business, and I was doing all these things. I was in the masculine, I was working really hard, and I was really in my do. And then 2008 came, and there was kind of some really crazy things. I was holding the bag on a $3.5 million deal, and it went bad, and it ended up broke financially, emotionally, mentally. My mother-in-law committed suicide. My sister-in-law died of lung cancer. We went bankrupt. I mean, it was like all these identities just shed from me, and I had to rebuild my life from a place of no ego, and really coming from a place of love. And so connecting with my feminine and really allowing myself to know that the feminine side, the intuitive side, the loving side was so important to our experience in life, right? We're building both the masculine and the feminine, and we're building horizontally and vertically. And that is so, so crucial to your energy and how you are presenting yourself in the world. So I have 3 tips I wanted to share with you, and then I'm going to talk about what download I got from this morning and this incredible energy that's coming through us at this time. So 3 tips I want you to do if you want to change your energy and change your life. Get really, really clear. Awareness is key, right? It's the first thing to helping you identify what's going on, and so find somebody who's intuitive. You get intuitive with yourself, do meditation, figure out what's going on with your energetic field, and then once you become aware, you can really take the steps to changing it, and there's just an infinite possibilities of modalities and kind of therapies and holistic and hypnotherapies and all kinds of different intuitive ways of being able to help change our frequency, but that really focusing in on, okay, I know I have this issue, and being aware, and then being really brave enough to ask for help. So step 2 is step 1 is awareness. Step 2 is really asking for help, because there's so much help. I mean, this group itself has an amazing library of phenomenal people. So I'm just so honored to be part of it. And then the bravery is asking for help. And then step 3 is really allowing for yourself to know that you are the creator. You can change your life by your intention, right? Your intention is so, so powerful. So allow for yourself to, even if maybe finances and you can't ask for coaching or whatever right now, but you ask for the universe. I mean, the universe can provide so much powerful help. And so literally just awareness of your energetic field, saying, okay, fine, I know there's an issue because the results that I'm getting are not necessarily the ones that I want. Then allow for yourself to become aware, saying, okay, got it. Got check, results equal your energetic field. And then 2 is being brave enough to ask for help. So, pray, ask for your guides to come in and support you, ask for your friends, lean in to the support. Yesterday I had this most amazing thing, right? So I was at the water park. I live in Texas in New Braunfels, and right before I got in the water park, I was talking to my girlfriend, and I said, oh my gosh, yes, I really would love some more money, because I want to go to this trip that I had just that I had just been included on. And I was like, I always want to pay with cash, right? So I was like, okay, yeah, I would totally bring in some more, abundance and everything. And so then I got in the water park, and then I went down the tube, and the lifeguard, he says, hey, you want some money? And so he gave me a penny, and it was like, oh my gosh, free money, right? Universe brings you all kinds of magic whenever you're available to it. So I tell you that story because you can invite magic into your world whenever you make yourself aware and available to it. And then going ahead and allowing, accepting, inviting, receiving that magic into your life is going to it's frequency. It's changing your vibration, changing your energetic field to allow for peace and more harmony and joy and ease and grace. And by the way, I manifested an amazing client this morning, so I got it all. Everything is all paid for. So yeah, if you're interested in getting a drawing, what I do is I literally go, I spend an hour plus. I mean, some of the drawings take me days to go in and really celebrate, find out what your soul's purpose is, what you're here to do on the planet. And there's two different types of souls. There's the stripy kind, like the stripy soul is, they are here to do something on the planet. They're here to leave some magic on the planet. And then the curly souls, they're here to be. They're literally here to transmute energy. And then I go into your field, and I really go into your chakras and find out what's out of alignment, what is the magic that you hold, and how can it show up in the world. And each one of these symbols have a whole story, right? And then we have a Zoom call. We go through the whole drawing, right? This person's creative center is really being cut off at the center, and it's there's some healing to be done, right? So I infuse healing and energy work as I do the drawing, and they all are each drawing has a frequency, the highest potential. I tap into the quantum field and I infuse the drawings with that. So they are included in that particular drawing. Then we talk for like an hour and we discuss the whole drawing and go for all the activations or the questions or whatever you want infused in the session with me. So each one of these, like the hand chakras, that tells me who you are, right? And I could do this before I even meet you. Your name is your frequency, it's your signature, and I literally go in and tap into your name, and I can find out all this juicy information. So my students, many students have gone on to create their own businesses with this modality. We have a branding specialist. She actually does the drawing intuitively and helps connect intuitively with her clients and helps them, like quantum leap them to getting the brand that they really want. And another coach uses it for, she created a whole modality on top of it. And I mean, I've had some massive crazy things, with my energy work. I'm an intuitive business coach, so I teach the growth method. Because I saw all these intuitives, they were, they weren't making so much money, so I really wanted to support them because of my multi-million-dollar experience of what not to do, and so learn about business and how to build it. And anyway, so. One of my clients, she did a $6 million deal, and she took us all to Mexico. She took a whole mastermind for a 5-star vacation in Mexico. So magical things can happen when you change your energy, you change your life. I would absolutely love to work with you, and I will leave an offer, special offer, 50% off for the week. And I would absolutely be honored to help you change your energy so you can change your life. Thank you so much for being here.